We're still on with stories from West Asia. The long-stalled efforts to end the war in Gaza, it appears to have gained momentum, with Israel saying that its spy chief, David Barnea, will attend ceasefire talks and Hamas vowing to stop fighting if a truce is reached. A senior Hamas official reportedly said that a delegation from the group's Doha-based leadership, they discussed the truce-related ideas and proposals with Egyptian officials in Cairo. The official said Hamas expressed readiness to stop the fighting, laying down conditions that Israel must commit to a ceasefire, withdrawing from the Gaza Strip and also allowing the return of displaced people. It should also agree to a prisoner exchange deal and allow the entry of humanitarian aid into Gaza. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has welcomed Egypt's readiness to reach a deal for the release of the hostages held by militants in Gaza. Now, after the Cairo meeting, Netanyahu directed the head of Israel's Mossad spy agency to leave for Doha on Sunday to discuss the truce deal and take forward a series of initiatives. Earlier, US and Qatar said that the Gaza ceasefire talks will resume in Doha. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken met with the Qatari leaders in Doha on his 11th trip to West Asia since the war began last year. And today, Blinken is in London and he is expected to meet with the foreign ministers of Jordan and UAE, two key partners in a post-war plan for Gaza. US's top diplomat will also meet with the Lebanese Prime Minister Najib Mikati to discuss the conflict in the country. Meanwhile, Israel's far-right ministers Itamar Ben-Gvir and Bezalel Smotrich have slammed Netanyahu's decision to send a high-level negotiating team to Doha. In a post on X, Ben-Gvir said that the announcement was not approved by the cabinet and asserted that Israel should rather defeat Hamas than agree for a deal that will only help Hamas to reorganize and attack Israel. Israel's finance minister Smotrich, in a post on X, said he deeply regrets Netanyahu's decision as Qatar is an enemy country that supports Hamas and backs its positions in the negotiations. Furthermore, according to a New York Times report, Iran is readying for a war with Israel, while at the same time it is seeking to avoid one. This comes as Tehran is awaiting Israel's response to its latest missile attack. The report, citing 4 Iranian officials, say that Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has ordered Iran's armed forces to formulate plans in response to the expected Israeli retaliation. Iran will strike back if there is major damage or casualties. Meanwhile, according to TASS news agency, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps Chief Hossein Salami has warned that the advanced U.S. missile defense system THAAD, which is stationed in Israel, will not be able to ward off any kind of future attacks from Tehran on Tel Aviv. He said, just as the Arrow anti-missile systems did not work during the Iranian attack on October 1st, the THAAD systems will also not be able to stop it. And well, for more on this, our correspondent Susan Tehrani sends this report from New York. Take a look.
U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken met with the Emir of Qatar to discuss ending the war in Gaza and the release of the remaining hostages. But they also talked about security, governance, and the reconstruction of Gaza and possibly a diplomatic resolution to the war in Lebanon. Blinken announced $135 million in aid for Palestinians and plans for ceasefire talks with Israeli negotiators. Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris sees the death of Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar as a chance for a two-state solution. Heavy fighting, however, continues in Gaza and Lebanon, with thousands killed or injured. And according to experts, the recent developments in the Middle East indicate a potential shift in regional dynamics. The involvement of Qatar as a mediator and America's renewed efforts to broker a ceasefire just may pave the way for a sustainable resolution in the region. However, the complexity of the issue and the deep-seated divide between the parties involved means that lasting peace remains an uphill challenge. For now, at least. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.